Welcome, friends, to the Beaver Dam. I wanted to get this out to you guys as you're doing your GACs today. We have a new threat on the holo table, and holy crap, do I absolutely despise this team. It feels like the SLKR Ray Cron Electric Boogaloo. We got the new Ray Cron here. So I was able to get through Supreme Leader Kylo Ren with Darkside Ray, but this team right here with the Hodocron, if you are willing to give up your Hodocron, this seems to be peak, absolute king of defense. Holy crap. Now let me show you the data real quick. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna go into what I used, some ideas on how to beat it. But if you find a team that beats this consistently, throw it in the comments section immediately, because I know people are gonna need it, because this was surprisingly bad. So jumping into the insights now, this doesn't look bad, like it's a 60% win rate with Leia. That's not too bad. This is without the Cron. If we go down here and we add in the Cron here, that's attacking. Let's add into defending. If we add in Yoda, throw in the Hermit Yoda Cron, we are looking at, what is that? A 24% win rate across the board, with a 33% win rate with Leia, 9% win rate with Seer Malicos Starkiller, 38% with the JML Cron, 80% with your SLKR Darkside Ray. Looks like I'm going to be taking this one off of defense for this season and trying this out, because this might be my best bet, is going with the this is with the support Cron, was the reason that this would be working 40% of the time. So this is what I'm going to be looking into. But overall, like the results don't look good. The only reason it's as high as 24% right now is because SLKR Ray is in this list. That is the only thing dragging up that percentage that high. If we exclude that, it becomes really low. Let's exclude SLKR right now, and just like that, we're down to 19%. Like, it's not looking good for ways to beat this team. And like, I didn't throw crap against this, of course. I did throw my Leia against this, and to be clear, my Leia is not good. My Leia, I just got her, I just locked her in. She's Relic 3 in this video. But to be fair, I used the Wampacron here. So that's a plus 100% offense, plus 100% crit damage. They had crit damage immunity, so we'll ignore the crit damage. But overall, I totaled it up. We did 400% increased damage with Drogon's basic, doing the whole setup and everything. And 78,000 damage was all we got onto Ezra. Now, to be clear, I think this is going to be an easy win if you can kill off Ezra. I think the problem is going to be killing off that Ezra. All of that extra health, all of that extra defense, I think this is going to make this really, really rough. I was losing my mind during this stream as I was trying to beat this. After the fact, we took in, next up, we took in the Malicos team, hoping to get Seer return and get Seer's insta-kill to basically kill off Hermit Ezra, because that's usually the strat when it comes to Hermit Ezra. And so if we could have even brought this in, killed off Hermit Ezra, we would have been fine. But they focused down my Seer hard, and Seer ended up dying, and so this literally went nowhere at all. Ended in another loss. We next brought in Lord Vader with his clones. This is with CX2 and Appa. We did not have a good Cron lying around, because we'd left our Cron on defense. So maybe with a Cron you might be able to pull this off. But even looking at the insights right now, we go and we look at Lord Vader. Let's see, where is he? I would assume that anyone that's using Lord Vader here is using the Apocron, and it's a 12.5% win rate. So even with an Apocron, it doesn't look good. We did get close a couple times to killing off Hermit Ezra here. They got some really lucky, solid stuff here, but we got real close to taking him out quite a few times. But we just couldn't quite pull it off. So maybe with a good Cron, this might be a good one for you. And I do want to say, this is not like a insanely modded, like this is some weird, wacky modding. This was like pretty standard, like what you would mod the the Hermit Ezra for like an Ahsoka Tano team, you know, high speed, 363 speed. You know, the Ben's modded for offense with good speed. You know, the Rey is over 500 speed, not even over the 10,000 damage that we usually look for Relic 7s, and, you know, modded for some health. Like, it's not like these are insanely modded Rey. This is like kind of standard for where I'm at, and like Ezra usually is like that quite often. And so it's not like this was some insane modding and some new modding. This is just how this team is absolutely disgusting. The last team we like tried that was like kind of an actual throw in and try was we tried the Cron. And threw it in with Bo-Katan, just hoping that we could maybe use it to get a couple hits into Ezra and kill off Ezra with our true damage, because the assists off of this Cron do go through Ezra's, you know, preventing assists, which may be patched. We'll see what happens with CG, but you know, I don't think this is going to be a problem in 5v5. I don't think anyone can afford to give this Cron over in 5v5, but B, there's other ways of beating this team, and especially with the Cron. In 5v5, you throw the Cron with CLS, with Finzor, you can do all kinds of shenanigans and take down teams like this. So I don't think we're going to have any problems there. But in 3v3, I think this is going to be an absolute menace to society. I tried Gungans as well. Gungans are not good in 3v3, so they performed better than a lot of the teams that I did. But like overall, like I kind of just started throwing random garbage at it. Like my leftover JML did nothing. We threw Jawas at it just for fun, but like I'm at a loss. I got nothing for this. So like the counters that we can see here that win are the ones that where you can get like a good insta kill out there, get some really good damage out there with some solid survivability. That's what we're looking at. So he's like, we can't insta-kill any of the characters on the team, so it makes it a little hard to try and pick this apart. But with Leia's kind of sort of insta-kill, it looks like if you have them really well done, and there's not a critical hit immunity when you hit, you might be able to pull off a Leia. But right now, I think the best bet right now is Queen Amidala. Take her off defense, start using her. This looks like even more of the SLKR Dark Side Rey kind of shenanigans, and it honestly hurts my soul. I am not a fan of this meta, if you guys haven't figured it out. The SLKR Rey Cron makes me very, very upset. And now we have Cron 2 Electric Boogaloo. Throw in the comments section if you find a counter for this, please. If you find something that's consistent, throw it in there. And also, for those of you who are reading the comments section for that reason, don't trust everything you see, because something that's consistent for one person, maybe they're in a Rhodium and they're going up against poorly modded characters, things like that. So keep that in mind as you look for counters. But let's try to share information and try to figure out a way to get through this, because I don't want to bash my head against a wall every single GAC. And I don't think you guys want to either. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully this lets you guys know that this is crazy, this is out there, and warn you. I don't know how many people are actually going to do it, because this is, I mean, this Cron is a lot of the reason that people can kill Darkseid Rey. I personally have a little bit better luck doing Bane Malik in 3v3 over 5v5, even without this Cron. But a lot of people are using this Cron for Bane Malik, and I can see why, because we want to guarantee that win as much as possible. So, you know, I don't know how often you're going to see it, but it's definitely something to prepare for, because this will stop you dead in your GAC, and no one likes that. It doesn't feel good, and we want to feel good while we play with our Star Wars toys, you know? That's the why we're here, is to enjoy Star Wars. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for giving a damn, and I will see you guys in the next video.